Hello people, welcome to another edition of forgetting to record the intro at the recording studio, so you end up just recording in your bed instead. Hello, welcome back to another movie Crumbs. School's starting again. Oh fucking lord, please help, this is gonna suck. Well, it isn't going to suck. I have, like, good subjects and all that. It's just, school, all that shit, so. Oh, boy. That last video did pretty well. It did better than my average, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. I did, spend quite a while on it. Yeah. Anyways, here's your movie Crumbs. Nope! You did not read that title wrong. And yes, this is a real movie. In fact, it was made by the same studio who made those Sharknado films a couple of years ago. Check those out if you hate yourself. But obviously, this film was made right off of the success of the 1995 Titanic. And who would have known that a film called Titanic II is one of the stupidest films I've ever seen? This film is beyond dumb. I mean, it's called Titanic II! I can't. I fucking can't. I can't anymore, man. I fucking can't. There are so many stupid things in this film. The plot is dumb, the characters are dumb, the logic is dumb, the writing is dumb. This film is just fucking dumb. I don't even know where to start. I literally can't talk about this film without spoiling it, because if I don't spoil it, then I can't get into the full stupidity of this film. So, you know what? Fuck it. Spoilers. Actually, who the fuck cares? It's Titanic II. So, for one, the film spends like 30 minutes doing nothing besides spat out some of the worst dialogue ever with some of the most boring characters ever. Here's a question for you. What is this guy's one personality trait? If you said douchebag, then congratulations. You have eyeballs, I guess. Then, right around the 30-minute mark, everything goes to shit, including what little sense this film had. I mean, to give you an idea of how stupid this film is, they use the elevators in a sinking ship, and at one point, one of the characters gets hurt in a first aid room, but instead of using bandages, they use tape and a credit card. You clearly have medical supplies back there. Why don't you use them? Then there's an explosion and this guy has a certified retard moment. Yes, punch the explosion. That'll work. Physics. Then the ship flips, the douchebag dies, the end. Is this film good? Fuck no. Is this film ironically good? Yeah, kinda. It is stupid enough to be funny, and there is enough mindless action to go around. But this film can also be very boring at times, and I wouldn't be surprised if people do get bored watching this. But I definitely got some laughs out of it. Overall, Titanic II gets a what the fuck out of 10. Charlie Brooker, what the fuck are you doing? From the creators of Black Mirror comes what seems like a studio-made film that feels tired and, for the most part, insanely unfunny. The premise of it is not too bad. It's a mockumentary that takes fictional people played by actors and has them looking over the events of 2020 in a comedic way. With the right writers and actors, this could be great. Instead, we got this. Come on, Charlie, my man, you wrote White Christmas. How did you slip so far? For the most part, this film feels like the writing team looking through social media for jokes and then just having famous actors saying them. The jokes in this film feel so tired. Guaranteed you've heard at least 5 jokes that this film steals. Sorry, I meant uses. Now, I will admit there are some genuinely funny jokes, but it's like one funny joke to 5 unfunny ones. The bad jokes outweigh the good ones for sure, and the actors certainly do not help. The acting in the film isn't bad, but the problem I find is that I feel for the most part that the actors are either not trying to be funny, or they're trying too hard to be funny. I mean, the actors fit their roles well, and I won't call any of their performances bad, but you can definitely tell some of these actors are only there for a paycheck. And the ones who are trying definitely do not have the charisma to do it, or are just trying too hard and it comes off as forced. There are some good things though. I did find some of the jokes funny, even if they were mostly chuckles. They do nail the documentary look and feel, and it does feel very professionally made, but the matte acting and the lackluster writing lead to a pretty dull and unfunny comedy. Charlie, please dude, please come up with something better. I mean, you fucked us on the last season of Black Mirror, and now you give us this shit. I mean, come on, man. 4 out of 10. Okay, let's get this out of the way. This film is a technical marvel. This film still looks amazing, and for the life of me, I still don't know how they were able to make this film. There's some scenes in this film that had my jaw on the floor. This film still looks stunning, and is, no joke, the closest I think any film has gone to capturing space in a realistic way. The action scenes in this film are also amazing. They are thrilling, terrifying, amazing, impressive, and incredibly well done. The way everything moves, and the actors, and the effects, and the soundtrack. Oh my god, the soundtrack, man. It makes these action scenes so good. This film is a pure visual feast. Now, if only I could say the writing can back it up. Okay, don't get me wrong. The film looks amazing and the action is gripping, but the dialogue and writing just leaves me like, really? Really now? The dialogue in this film is super simplistic, clumsy, and at points a little embarrassing. The film is told through exposition dumps, quote-unquote jokes, and monologues that sound super unrealistic. Due to the writing, the story suffers as a result. The story is simplistic enough. 2 astronauts need to try and survive in space after their spaceship is destroyed. There's also a subtextual story about a defeated mother once again finding purpose in her life after losing a child. Wow! That sounds super complex and interesting, you may say. But the problem is, it's conveyed in the most barren, simplistic way possible due to the dialogue. And I'm not talking about how they use different symbols to convey the messages and themes. That's quite clever and well done, but it's just the dialogue that kills it for me. But I can't deny that this film was able to captivate me. Just these visuals and the action, the soundtrack and the sound design, the directing. Everything around the writing is great. It's just the writing itself that's the problem. But would I recommend this film? Yeah, sure. I'd definitely recommend this a watch. Just not worth a rewatch or it being called a masterpiece in my opinion. Overall, 6 out of 10. Well, I can definitely say this is one of the better shitty action movies I've seen, although that's not saying much. Lethal is fun. That is the best way I can describe it. It's fun. It's shit, but it doesn't take itself too seriously, and it mostly delivers on what it's trying to do, to make a fun and campy action movie. One of the things about this movie that makes it instantly funny to me is how dated it is. No joke, as soon as I saw the opening scene, I could pinpoint the exact year, and what do you know, I was right. 2005. The music, the technology, the way it's shot, it just screamed 2005 to me. I'm a huge fan of dated media, and Lethal definitely delivered on that. But otherwise, the story is pretty all over the place, the acting is all mediocre or just straight up bad, and the action is pretty PG, but god damn do they try and make this film work. And honestly, it kinda does for me. You can tell they had a really fun time making it, and there's plenty of fun moments in this film. The opening scene, the house scene, oh, this bit's pretty funny. It's just trying to be fun. Honestly, if the director had a bigger budget, I'd love to see what kind of fun, campy movie he would make. Because this is honestly not that bad. It's one of those movies where you can just turn your brain off and enjoy. It's dated and it's cheesy as hell, but I like cheese and datedness, okay? Is that a word? I don't think it is. 7 out of 10. And again, in terms of shitty action movies, because if we're being real, it's this. Okay, what I hold here is probably one of, if not the rarest DVD I have. Because, to my knowledge, this is the only one of these DVDs that exist. You can thank the good people of Thailand for this DVD, as I bought this in a shady DVD store filled with pirated movies. I got this when I was around 7, and at the time I was in love with Angry Birds. I played it, I watched it, I got toys of it. I fucking loved this stupid little bird app game so much. So when I saw this, I had to get it. But exactly what is this? Well, it's what it says it is. A collection of Angry Birds clips, from advertisements to update trailers to
watch
things. It's basically just a bunch of YouTube clips on a disc. The first thing I want to talk about is the DVD itself. Look at it. I mean, really look at it. What the fuck is this abomination? I mean, if that doesn't set up your expectations, I don't know what does. But it only gets better. This is the menu. Despite how obviously homemade it is, it doesn't look too bad until you actually start trying to use it, and nope, your eyes are not mistaken. The buttons are overlaid in the wrong places. The funniest is when you go to the setup. Watch this. The fucking setup is off screen. I paid for this, man. I used my own fucking money for this. Quality. Now, most of the actual content is pretty substandard, like, yep, it's Angry Birds. Can't argue that. There are some funny moments, like this video which uses Windows Movie Maker. But most of it was more of a nostalgia trip for me than it was actual enjoyment. Until we got to the fan-made videos. Oh my god. Okay, so there are 2 of them, and they are... oh my fucking... let me show you the first couple seconds of the first video. I was 7. I was fucking 7 when I got this DVD. 7! I'm done. Nope, that's it. Nope, I'm done. I'm done.
I wish that I could turn back time.
So yes, this is real. Piggy Hitler. I never thought those words would leave my mouth, but Piggy Hitler.
Just do it! Just fucking do it! No!
The other video is also pretty fucking funny, as it's Angry Birds with guns. I can't believe I just said that. The funny thing is, I actually remember watching this video quite a lot, so it was a pleasant surprise to see this on here, but fuck me, it hasn't aged well.
Get down! Oh my god!
And after this video, the DVD ends. There are extras, but it's mostly just more advertisements and stuff. So, overall, I give this a... out of 10. By the way, I didn't actually destroy it. This is too good to destroy. And that was your movie Crumbs. Thanks for watching. Not really much to say here. Gonna be short and simple. Short and sweet, more like it. Oh my god, short and simple. I'm stupid. Yeah. Anyways, goodbye.
Скажем, шен мах бедна не шло так. Снamo needed a bit snap. Nashen mach, but not spells needed I need to snell by cross the vat and up see, but mouse up said more at love 0 seem lost the sweet leaf frog. I not down. Nap. Much needed a bit. Needed that.